You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Fosters After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Fosters After Show.
Oh, there it is. The song.
You can always count on
I just have to sway a little bit.
I will always pick you up.
Let's take a sway break.
It is a little, just a little one.
Nothing's ever gonna change.
Bing is for doing. I have to go with the rhythm of the song. Bing is for doing, and we're here doing it again. I'm Tara Johnson, and this is the AFTERBUZZ, the Fosters After Show. We're like moving along in this season. Season 1, episode 5, The Morning After, and oh, it was the morning after.
Ooh, girl.
Like I said, I'm Tara Johnson, and we have the AFTERBUZZ twins over here.
Hey.
Today.
Here we are. I'm twin number 1, Jeff Masters.
And I'm twin number 2, Jillian Leff.
Wow, I don't even know where this foster stuff stops because it didn't stop this week.
Was this the Valentine's Day episode?
That's what you think
There
it
was a
was?
lot of love all over the place.
I mean, I don't think you normally talk about morning after pills with Valentine's. That's not the side we normally talk about.
Oh,
Free.
honey child. When the episode title came out and I said, oh, the morning after, haha, it sounds like someone's having sex. Oh my God.
Oh, there was
Everyone was. Except
Well, not-
for Stef and Lena.
Yeah, Stef and Stef and Lena. And they're not happy about it either.
Ooh, who would be when their kids are getting some?
Right.
I know that when my kids started having sex for the first time, I was so mad. I'm
Were
like,
you?
I'm driving you to school, and like this is how you pay me. I'm nothing. I'm celibate.
How did you talk to them about having
God,
sex?
it was it was a hard subject.
Well, Jeff's imaginary
I
kids are
texted
having
them.
sex. We'll talk about Steph and Lena's real kids having sex. This episode was amazing. We were screaming in the viewing room when we watched it together, just to let you know. And let us know how you feel. Give us a call, 424-256-1633. We want to know how you feel too. So let's take it from the top.
Yes.
What about Jesus and Lexi? They are moving a little bit fast, don't you think?
All right, so we find out at the top of the episode that Jesus and Lexi do in fact decide to be together. And as if we didn't think they were all over each other before in the bathroom, we cut to a scene in the bedroom.
Right.
That was a hot and heavy scene.
They're like 15. I wanted to cover my eyes. What is going on?
But I'm sure all the girls loved it because Jake T. Austin took off his shirt.
He did have a little six-pack for the little 15-year-old. What is his workout routine?
That's
Did you
a skinny
see
boy
that?
six-pack.
Really? Wow. I know
Guys,
some,
we got to get him in here. We got
That is so
maybe he can
true.
teach us.
I know some grown men who would pay for that six-pack, though. I'm just saying. He was holding it down.
Oh,
I mean, he's a
Lord.
young guy. I don't know what's going on. But they did. They had the sex. They did the do. They scrumped. And then they had the consequences after. So the morning after pill came in.
Ooh. Was anybody else a little bit like, let me rephrase. BS. I said BS when they were at the same pharmacy and then he'd hired somebody else to buy the pill for them.
But I did say, I'm like, if you're going to do something like that, don't go to the family pharmacy.
Right.
Right.
Go to the town, go to the near town and pick a pharmacy you never go to. Why would you
It's
do
San
that?
Diego. Drive to Mexico. Please. I'm sorry. You can buy marijuana on the street, but not a whatever pill. I don't know. I just was like, come on.
When the show was going on, I literally wrote down in my notes, Jesus gets a rando to buy the pill. Because literally, it seemed like he just found this woman. Like, I'm sorry. You know, I get it. People are willing to help people out in this world. But if a guy ever came up to me and said, listen, I'm 15. I can't show them my ID.
I had unprotected sex.
I need this. I would walk away. I don't know. That would be like my immediate reaction. I don't know. How would you guys feel if somebody approached you outside of a pharmacy and asked you to buy them the morning after pill?
I would say, where's your mom and how did you get here without a car?
So you'd question.
Yeah.
There's some crazy things that happen outside of several CVS's around LA. But
Like
that
what?
one has
Give an example,
never.
please.
Well, I mean, people asking for money. I've gotten a couple proposals, but that's beside the point. But I've never been asked about buying the morning after pill. It was a little strange, and she was just willing to do it.
Now, I know that when we saw the preview last week, Jeff and I, well, actually, maybe it was just me, I thought that it was going to be like a drug deal. Like, I thought he was like, doing a grand gesture for Mariana again, and he was trading something with this woman. I don't know. She didn't look that old in the promo.
I agree. I thought it was like Adderall or something.
Yeah, I was like,
oh my God, he's back to dealing drugs.
He's doing a trade-off. And to be honest, when they got home and Stef and Lena sat him down, I sort of just felt for them, especially for Lena, because she basically laid it on the table for her kids and was like, I explained sex to them. We left condoms in the bathroom. I did everything I could, and he still didn't follow my direction. So it has to be frustrating for them as parents.
And frustrating, too, because that was the day that they were going to have sex. And he interrupted that, too. I mean, they are not having it. Jesus is having it. Like, what is going on?
How great was it when she came down the stairs in the robe? Lena, I'm saying. She came down the stairs in a sexy little robe, expecting to have a great time.
Right.
And I love Steph's line about, Lena, I'm home, so is Jesus. Clothe your body. Okay, so yeah, that's frustrating. I don't know how you handle that situation when you find out you're like teen kid is having sex.
Well, kids, let's just be honest. I mean, I was a preteen years ago. Let's not get into math. But, I mean, kids are just dumb. I mean, you can talk to them over and over again. But sometimes in the situation, and not just kids, I mean, it just happens. I'm not saying it's right, but things happen. I think they were more upset because, as she said, we talked about this. We just wanted to know, why couldn't you come to us? I think that's the thing that hurt Lena and Stef the most. The fact that, okay, fine, he did it. He screwed up. As we've seen, this is episode 5, these kids screw up a lot.
Like kids do.
Like kids do. But
Yeah.
I think it would have been so much better had they come to their moms and said, look, we screwed up, help us, as opposed to trying to,
No,
cop the woman on the street.
that never happened to me, but I would be way too embarrassed to like go to my parents.
But then the kicker comes in, and Lena and Stef decide they need to talk about it and not just give the pill to Lexi.
Oh.
So sort of the pressure is really on for them as partners to decide this. And, the conflict came up where Lena is obviously her vice principal, and Stef is really removed from the situation. So what are they going to do? And they end up where Stef just gives Lexi the pill and doesn't tell Lena.
Right, but okay, so for each of us, would you have given the pill? Would you have talked to the parents? What would you have done?
I appreciate that the show brought up the morning after pill. I appreciate that the show brought up sort of a little bit of a religious issue with the morning after pill, because we do find out that Lexi's parents are very religious and strict.
Right.
If I had to make the choice, I ultimately think that it's her choice and what she wants to do. So obviously, if I had it and I was thinking about my son along the way, I would definitely give her the pill, because in the grand scheme of things, like Stef and Lena said, having a child when you're 15, even if you're putting it up for adoption and you're going to put it through, that.
Right.
When these kids have, pseudo been put through that, foster system adoption, what have you. Jeff, what would you do?
Oh, I would absolutely not tell her parents. I would give her the pill because at the end of the day, it's like her choice. Absolutely. She's 15. If she's the one having sex, she can make that choice. But I'm conflicted, but because of her like religious situation, I wouldn't tell the parents.
Right.
Just because like I don't want to say like it's better not knowing, but sometimes like you don't need to tell people things that will like devastate them and cause like intense drama.
Right. I mean, I think I would give her the pill, and I hate to be like a PSA here, but I would say give her the pill and try to talk to her or help her talk to her parents.
Oh, really?
I would, only because I just feel, I have a nephew, he's 18 now, and there's been a couple of situations just in our family where things have happened, and I found out, and I just feel compelled to tell his father because that's his parent. Certain things I just wouldn't want to hold anything back, and maybe because we're brother and sister, maybe it's a little different, but I think I would give her the pill, I would talk to her about it, but I think I would really try to encourage her and say, I'll go with you to talk to your parents. It's just, I don't know, sometimes secrets between parents, even though we all have them, I don't know, they just become bigger and bigger, and it just bubbles over sooner or later.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
that's such a big issue though, that she was like very much scarred from it and would like obviously have learned her lesson.
Right.
So
Well, you know, Foster's is all about a lessons learned because the scene where Jesus and Lexi are talking on the beach, and Lexi sort of wises up and says, you know, we need to slow down.
Right.
And if you're not going to like me because we're not going to have sex, then maybe I'm not the right girl for you. And he's in it for the long haul now, supposedly. So it seems like they're going to be okay, and they might have learned a lesson from this whole experience and scare.
I hope they learned the lesson. I guess the next question is, did Stef and Lena learn a lesson about their relationship in this episode? Because there was a long-time couple of friends of theirs, been together 20 years, who are now breaking up or on the verge of breaking up. And I thought it was very interesting when you have couples who love each other, but they have kids, and then sooner or later, like, she forgot the guacamole. She apologized this time, but will she the next time? So I think it's also a lesson for them, too, to realize what you have to do to continue to keep this family together.
right. And I really felt like they were like, wow, this couple's breaking up. The Kelly and Jenna, I think their name was.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
They're breaking up. Holy crap. And it makes them think like, we do want to stay together. And ooh, it's 5 kids.
And you just, I think, as they said, you just never really think about breaking up when you get together. It just kind of happens. And maybe it takes 13 years, 20 years, but then it happens, and it's almost like, how can you repair it? So
I mean, I think that it made a lot of sense when I think Kelly said, you know, we fell out of love and into a routine. And it doesn't matter if you're gay or straight or, you know, whatever you are. It's life. You know, you have a honeymoon period and you are so in love with each other, and then it just sort of naturally, things shift from attention being paid to your partner, to your children, to work, to other things, and it was sort of heartbreaking. But I do think that Stef and Lena made a valiant effort to infuse at least a little bit of sex and fun back into their relationship, as we saw in the last scene of the episode in the car.
that's right. Get in the back seat, girl.
Boom, baby.
Do what you have to do. Get those Blackberries out and those iPhones out and circle that sex on the calendar.
I was like, where's this going?
That's what they had to do. It was interesting.
They scheduled it.
Yeah, scheduled it. And the kids messed it up, but they scheduled
I
it.
know.
But
I felt, sorry if I can interrupt.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for Kelly and Jenna, not that just that they're breaking up, but that in like gay relationships are so few, there's not so few examples, but there's less than in straight relationships of examples of long-term gay relationships, and then they were that it couple.
Right.
And there's so much pressure to be like, oh, we're letting each other down, but and everyone else who looks up to us.
yeah, I mean, I think it must feel like a lot of pressure, especially now with so many people fighting for same-sex marriage and that type
Yeah.
of thing. So if it doesn't work out, I can definitely feel that you feel the weight of you, your partner, your family, and then the entire community going, what?
And everyone in DC being like, no, we fought for you to get married. You can't now divorce.
I know.
That's heartbreaking.
Well, it is heartbreaking, but Stef and Lena schedule that sex. But the one thing that no one could schedule, I didn't even see this coming in this episode. What about Jude and the nail polish? Did you even see that coming?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked up in the first episode when they said we got kicked out or whatever because he was dressing up in the ex-wife's clothing.
I do remember that.
And then that got ignored and like buried by like, I don't know, 19,000 other issues. But that kind of was always in the back of my mind, like, oh, that's something you can't like ignore. It's like the rifle and the on top of the fireplace. You can't like ignore it. Someone's got to pull it down.
Right.
I don't know. So I was kind of surprised. I thought they handled it really nicely. They didn't just say like, "Oh, you're a homo. Let's beat him up." It's this one, blue nails. I loved Lena's conversation with him. Like, I'm different. It's hard, and do whatever you were comfortable with. Not like labeling him. Just
Right.
like be yourself.
And I love that when she talked to him about taking the nail polish off. Mind you, he had the hottest color on this season. So
He is on trend.
he has the taste. I love that blue color, as a matter of fact. But she sat down and said to him, when you deny who you are, you start to feel shame about who you are, and that just causes pain. And I just love that in any situation. It has nothing to do with your sexuality, or if he's just experimenting, or just expressing himself, whatever it is.
Yeah, nowadays, like, it says it's not gay or straight. It's like, no, I like this.
Yeah.
Everybody's wearing skinny jeans.
But especially, the context of the conversation that Lena had with him was just so heartbreaking that she says, you know, Stef and I hold hands when we're at home and we kiss when we're at home. When we're out, we don't do that. Now, when we don't do that, I get mad at myself. And it wears on me. So I think that it was great that she sort of infused the fact that different is okay, but different is not accepted just yet. And although we've made certain strides in the world, there are so many people that are so close-minded about many, many things. And, you know, I just really appreciated the fact that not only did Jude repaint his nails, but he stood up to Callie, who has literally shot him down in every sense to get him to sort of close himself off to the family.
True.
Because, which was so heartbreaking, she said, do not fall in love with this family because no one else is as accepting. No one else will, like, love you the way they do, and we're going to leave.
Right.
And it's like, oh, God.
But I'm so surprised at Callie's reaction to him because the two of them have this great relationship, and it's not as if she's the big sister and he's the little brother. It's almost as if they're like the same age, or sometimes Luke is actually older than she is. And in the way he speaks and the way he talks. So I'm a little surprised that she comes down so hard on him as he's attempting to express himself. I would have assumed that she would defend him more, but she really is like, take that off. I told you not to wear that to school. And I'm just really surprised. And it must be heartbreaking for him to have this one person who's been on his side through thick and thin. It seems like there's been a lot of thick.
Yeah, it's just Mama Bear, like, being protective.
I know, and it's coming from a great place. And she's doing it out of love and to protect him and simply saying the world is not ready for you. You're such a special kid. The world's going to beat you up if you just show them who you really are. But it really is stifling him and almost just hurting him even more. When he made the statement, I hurt already.
Oof. I think we all sort of, our hearts just broke into a million pieces when he said that.
That whole storyline, even when, as we're talking about, Lena was describing, like, they can't hold hands sometimes, and that's the times when they're, like, uncomfortable, when it's dark outside, where they're, like, in an unknown place, and they, like, want that more than anything.
Right.
I was like, oh.
I mean, we've seen several times in this show, in this series, that Lena and Stef, are strong as they are, question themselves. Last week's episode, when Stef made the decision to ask, made the decision to ask Mike to dance with her as opposed to the two of them dancing. And you're right, the conversation with her mom. So we see the times that even though this couple seems to be this strong family unit, there are times where they doubt themselves or, you know, question themselves or say, you know, we have some insecurities about our situation. As much as we love our kids and tell our kids that this is all fine, there are times when they take a step back too, and I like that realism.
I mean, I appreciate when the writers humanize the characters, because I think that there are so many shows that put on this peachy keen family face when really families are so screwed up and everybody has their own quirks, and I just really appreciate the realness that they offer as far as emotions.
Right. And I love the realness also, speaking of that, of just how one person makes a difference. You know, he is at school with this nail polish on and he is standing up for himself, and everyone is walking away from him as he sits down for lunch, and then one friend comes and sits with him with that same blue nail polish on, and he just knows it is going to be all right.
Oh, I know.
That was the greatest thing ever.
And I loved when he talked about the boy to Mariana when she was painting his nails, and he said, you know, there's this one boy at school, he's really nice. And, you know, I just love the character of Jude. I think that as far as Jude and Callie as a unit, I think there are so many things that we don't know about them.
Right.
And I can't wait to find out. It's like we keep peeling away the onion layers every single week, and my heart breaks. I get excited for them, and I'm just really excited to see what happens before the end of the episodes that we have to cover.
And one last question about Jude, I just have to ask. So when he was talking about the friend of his at school, the male, did you automatically assume he was speaking of it romantically or just as a friend? I mean, he's such a sensitive kid. I just thought, okay, he has one friend, one guy that he's identified that he likes who possibly wants to be a friend. Did you guys think it was going any further?
I mean, he's in 7th grade.
It is 7th?
I believe he's in 7th grade.
Okay.
Yeah. And I thought that immediately, But then I took a step back and I said, okay, well, he is really young. Maybe he's just exploring himself. And maybe we don't want to label it just yet because, you know, people change, and to put a label on somebody that young, you know, he could be unsure about many things, but I just think that he's doing some exploring, and I think that it's precious and exciting for him, and I can't wait to see where it leads. What do you think, Jeff?
I automatically assumed romantically, but again, I just thought the whole thing was like handled so nicely.
So nicely.
Yeah, like it could be anything.
Could be great.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of it could be anything, what about this misadventures of, serial buddies?
Oh, it is absolutely great. Thank you so much for asking, Tara.
Well, of course.
So, AfterBuzzers everywhere, we need your help. I feel like that's hosting
I love
voice.
that, yes.
Dum, dum, dum. Our executive producers and co-creators, Kevin Undergaro and Maria Menounos, produced Adventures of Serial Buddies, a serial buddy comedy, I'm going to repeat it again into the mic. Oh my God, people hanging out, having a laugh, having a booze, having a killing. Have another laugh, have another booze, have another killing. Repeat, repeat, repeat. It's so much fun. It's so funny. I loved it, as you guys have heard me say it in other weeks. And you can love it too. SerialBuddies.com or iTunes, you can download it. Listen, we bring you the best in coverage and fan favorites and fun, and we're current. We're immediate. This show aired 3.5 seconds ago, and we are already on here talking about it. And we want you to do us a +1. So go download it, watch it, have fun, tweet about it, write about it on the bathroom stall, and we'll say thank you. Thank you.
And you know what else? We have a brand new AfterBuzz website.
Oh God, it looks good.
There you go.
It is beautiful. You can watch us live on the media player in the center of the screen. You can read about us, the lovely hosts of AfterBuzz. You can see what shows we offer. And most importantly, you can watch on your tablet computers.
There you go.
Oh my
Which
God,
is
that's
super
shocking.
cool. So you watch AfterBuzz on the go, and I'm sure that there's a show for you.
It has to be a show.
Like
We do
this one.
This is your show. You're watching right now, right? I'm waving at you. You're waving back.
So go comment on iTunes. Tell us how much you love us. We want that 5 stars.
5 stars.
And then watch us live because you want to see, does Lily and Jeff Masters, Lily and Jeff.
Lily and Jeff. I think we just have a ship name, Lily and Jeff, guys.
Are we actually twins? Tell us. Let us know.
And we do respond to your comments. We hit them all back. You have questions, we'll talk back to you. We love it.
Absolutely.
We love it.
We had, you know what? Let's talk about it later. No, let's talk about it now.
Okay.
We were questioning about our favorite subject, Liam. Dum, dum, dum. And one of our fans told us, I think it was Coco Lore, Lore, told us that on IMDb, they're on for 3 episodes. Liam. It's going to be played by an actor. His last name is Olmsted. And thank you, Coco. Duh,
Thank
IMDb.
you,
I didn't even think about looking
Coco.
there.
Thank you. See, that's
I
what it's
know.
all about here. We talk to you, you talk to us, give us the scoop. We love it here
I
at
know.
AfterBuzz.
And we're going to keep talking about
Yeah,
it.
Coco, bring it on. we love it. And what else do we love?
The triangle, the love
The
triangle.
love
Ooh.
triangle.
Oh,
Juicy.
God.
Okay, so how close did Brandon get this time to just going in for the kill? with
Oh my
Callie?
God, it was like a cough away.
It was
They were so
brilliant.
close.
Oh, my God. He told her, though, they weren't beating around the bush today.
No.
They cut that bush down. They stood on the bush, and they ground it with their heels. And she said, cowboy.
Not today.
You better put that away. Go put it back in the stable.
She couldn't run this time. Last episode, she took off running.
Oh, right.
She lost her shoes and took off down the beach. I was like, where's this poor girl going?
Go sit in the sand over in the dress.
Tom Girl had a Cinderella moment.
She
did.
But not, because she ended up going with Wyatt,
Oh.
Okay.
who was just skis
Yeah, all day.
fest 2013.
I
day.
called the bling ring moment. That was not his house. Do not try to put things past me.
He did
God,
call it.
I write
He
the
did
show.
call it. He did call it. You
That
did.
it was so real though, because she's like, I can't go back to jail. No, like literally I can't.
No,
go
I
back
can't.
to jail.
And he was like, well, I don't know how we're going to get back to my car. And I'm like, what do? You call Brandon. That's what you do.
I can't believe Brandon let Wyatt in the car.
Oh, I would have left him on the street. No
Me too.
doubt.
I
Left
thought
him
he was
right
gonna do
there.
that too.
Yeah, but he's too nice for that. That's the
Yeah.
problem. That's Brandon's problem.
Don't call me bro.
I was waiting for him to like just grab Callie and like kiss her, you know, those moments. But that's not Brandon.
And it's not in the Foster's household.
Yeah.
Foster's children do not do that. Okay, so Callie told him about the last place she lived,
Right.
or like 9 places ago, where they like she had an experience, you know, like growing maturity with a young son. And then the mom told him, and they got kicked out. He blamed it on her. That's got to be Liam,
That
right?
has to be Liam.
I hope it's Liam.
It's got to be.
I'm if it's something else, I'm like, my gosh, this girl has too many secrets going
I
on
know.
at one time.
But that makes sense why Talia would be so upset. Oh my God, she's hooked up with her other brothers in the past. Dum 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 dum.
It's true.
Oy, oy, oy.
I
Yeah,
know.
that must be Liam.
She is so brilliant though to say, "Oh my God, he wants to kiss me." Okay, Brandon's watching. Let's do it.
Right. But he has to know and feel. Don't you think guys and women feel when you're just being used
Wyatt?
for something? Wyatt.
No, he likes her too much for that.
I don't know.
You know when you're being used, but sometimes like early in relationships, you think it's a different feeling.
You just don't, and I don't think Wyatt cares.
It just feels off.
He
No.
wants the panties. I just have to say it.
Well, you know what? We find out. We obviously knew that Wyatt was a bad guy.
He has long hair.
Duh, he's a total badass. Yeah, so he offers Callie a beer in the Quince episode.
Yes.
He's on the beach chilling with his friends, and they're 15. So cool. And then he breaks into a house, and then you realize that he has dated Talia, and
They've done the sex.
they did the deed, and then he pieced out, or so Brandon says. And now I have a feeling, I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think Wyatt lied about it? Because what Wyatt said was, Talia got crazy, which is true. She's a cray. But
She's a cry.
he stuck around for a little bit and then broke up with her. So what are your feelings on that, Tara? What do you think?
No, I think he broke up with her as soon as he got up out of the bed.
No.
And then she went cray-cray. She was going to go crazy anyway.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
Yeah, I think she was going to go cray-cray anyway. Look at the chick. You know she's going to go cray-cray. I think he broke up with her as soon as he got done.
Homegirl is a clear liar. They tried it out. She made that story out to make her look like a victim, and then Brandon would want to like light the candles and do the deed part 2.
Yeah.
Heck no.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I can take both sides. Like I feel like
But if there was a gun
Wyatt-
to your head, which one would you pick?
Okay, if there was a gun to my head, I think that Talia's a liar.
Yes. The twins rule again.
The twins rule again. How about that? I'm not mad.
She
I
is
am
a big
so
ol'
not-
liar. I was so happy not to see her this
So
episode.
true. But she still lingers. We got to get this whiff of her out of the entire episode.
I think she's
can't
coming
deal with
back Carrie style. She's got a bucket of blood.
Ugh.
Oh.
I'm done with it. When are we going to get rid of Wyatt? How are we going to get rid of him?
Well, I thought this was going to be the end, and then of course he turns on the bad boy charm and is like, "You want me to apologize? Okay, I'm going to apologize." So he does. They kiss. I don't know. I just think that this whole thing
No.
needs to be over.
I'm telling you, the charm did not work. She just wanted to like push Brandon farther away.
Yeah. I mean, because I wasn't charmed. I mean, it wasn't that charming. I mean, he didn't even he needed to flip his hair or something. I mean, he didn't do any of that.
Where did he learn that stuff?
I don't know.
That was so weird.
I'm not into Wyatt at all. I mean, I want to root for Brandon and Callie. I don't know how it's going to work in the same house. Like, I just don't know how that's going to work. But it needs to work. That's going to happen sometime.
Do you guys think they're gonna end up kissing?
I think at least a kiss, and I'm getting ahead of ourselves, but at least a kiss by season, finale.
Ooh.
I think so too.
But everyone on this show scrumps and have sex, so I don't even know. Like,
I know.
they throw it around everywhere. I don't
I said, is this ABC Family?
know.
Where's the bleep button?
Where is it? Where is it? Well, we know who's not getting any kisses in. That's Mariana and Garrett.
Mariana. Poor Mariana.
I mean, did you think that she was going on a date with Garrett? I didn't get that vibe from him at all.
I didn't get no. I got some vibes from him, but none that were like pointing towards Mariana.
Well, listen.
Right.
Sarah Ramirez was on our show last week. Sarah, thank you for coming on. You were fabulous. We had such a great time with you.
Aw.
She hinted that she was going to have some sort of love interest. So I felt like we were moving towards it. When Garrett got on the screen, I was a little confused.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of confused, especially because she was really putting herself out there towards him.
I know, I felt so bad.
I did
And
too.
I just don't think he was a believable love interest for her.
Nothing. nothing about this man screams I like her at all. Like, nothing.
But sometimes when you're in high school and you like just want to be liked, you go for like any modicum of attention that you can go for.
That's true, but
He said with a tear going down his cheek.
Oh.
I don't
I mean,
know.
there was nothing. Even the way he walked in the room and said, "Oh my gosh, it's been a year since we've seen each other. Do you want to come?" Like, I felt nothing from this guy.
I know.
And maybe she's feeling a little insecure because her brother and her best friend are hooking up, and clearly they're having their issues. They don't have time to pay attention to her. And it seems like her character really enjoys attention
Yeah.
She needs to be the center of it
all the
completely.
time, right?
She said she'll have a love interest, but maybe it'll be this guy, like this like weird, we're not going to date because like not everyone does versus the Lexi, Jesus, Lexus relationship. Oh,
Yes,
did you hear-
Lexus. They have ship
Lexus.
names. Lexus.
Jesus and Jesus, it kills me with that.
You can't see it, but on the notes on the board it says sex with Jesus. I mean Jesus. Sex with Jesus.
Oh, Lord.
So what do we think of Mariana's nose ring?
Oh, get it
Oh,
out of
God.
there.
We got so nervous when I saw her grab a bottle of peroxide. And Tara and I are both like, she's not going to dye her hair with that. Oh, my God, her hair's so pretty. And then I was like, whoa, slow your roll. I saw something silver that she picked
Right.
up, a.k.a. a needle. I can't believe she pierced her own nose for a guy that is not even that cute or
Right.
charming.
He's a slam poetry guy. Like, all the poetry chicks are all over this guy.
Ladies, never change yourself for a man.
Come on.
Do you?
And if you're going to, I mean, make it. I thought it was kind of lame. No offense, but I'm like,
Well, she saw the girl that he seemed into at the poetry slam, and she was very alternative,
Her
sort of
emo
hunky,
haircut.
side-shaved head, and attitude.
I liked her style.
Yeah, she was fly, but it's the complete opposite of who Mariana is as a character, so
Totally.
she felt like she needed to level a little bit.
That was leveling the playing field.
In her eyes, I think so,
I
because
think so.
she just is so... I mean, think about it. Like, she's a pretty wholesome girl.
Mhm.
She
you know,
wrote a poem about flowers growing off your face. That's called acne. Okay, Mariana. Figure it out. I think, yeah, she's like, oh, I like this guy. He likes alternative girls. He likes slam poetry. I need to, like, rough myself up some, but I like my floral dresses. Let me whip out a
right.
nose ring.
Okay.
Lindsay
I mean,
Lohan style. What was that movie where they pierce it at camp?
I don't know.
Oh,
The
Parent
Parent
Trap.
Trap. Are you
Parent
kidding
Trap.
me?
Parent
Trap.
Trap. Thank you, Marissa.
Oh, and those last we saw Jeff, he was just fired. Thank you, it's been fun. Gotta go. While we're on the subject of the poetry slam,
Yeah.
can we please jump to news and gossip?
Please, let's do it.
AFTERBUZZ
Jeff has been
TV
waiting
News.
for this.
Oh my god.
Let
I
us
just-
have it, Jeff.
Okay, I'm so excited. So, gather around. I've got a story to tell.
Please do.
So, Garrett, the slam poetry kid, was actually played by Noah St. John, who is a world, Earth, universe, galaxy famous slam poetry winner. He won the Youth Speaks Grand Slam 2012, as well as the NPR Snap Judgment Performance of the Year, which was a national contest for adults. And he won this thing at 15.
This kid's got mad skills.
I
We do,
know.
like
Thank
snap,
you.
right? With
Snapping
poetry,
it out.
snap.
Noah St.
Yes.
John.
Noah.
So, fun fact, the one that he won, the slam that he
Right.
won about, was the one that he did at the end of this show about his two moms driving in a car. It's a real life Foster's. He has two moms, and that was the abbreviated version. You can see the full clip online.
Okay.
I'm gonna tweet it out.
Let me ask. I mean, are both his moms still together? Is this a true story? Did his moms break
Oh.
up? Do we know all that?
You know, I thought about that, but I didn't want to chance it.
Okay.
Because in the episode they do break up, and I
Right.
didn't want to have that bad news.
Right.
So I decided not to look it up.
Noah, let us know. I'm interested in this. I
Yeah.
love the poem. Did you guys
The
love
poem
the
is
poem?
great.
It's phenomenal.
The full length one is like 4 minutes or so. It's so cool. You guys would love it.
But it's the way he delivered it. You know, that's the whole thing when you have the poetry. It's not just the words, it's how you get into it, and the drums are going and you're swaying.
know.
And
Oh,
it's the rawness.
right,
Real
right.
raw.
Real and raw.
They're
He's got a
so
poem.
like
He was
beautiful
great.
too about
He
the
was-
car.
And he's so young and talented, and now he has a guest spot on the Fosters. Like, kid's on fire.
Yeah, fantastic.
Seriously.
I know.
I love how the writers really do infuse everyday events, what's going on. It seems like that could happen, you know, right down the street.
Totally. And I love that the lesbian moms are real friends.
Right.
Right.
Oh my God. Also, I was thinking for maybe a B season, a possible pickup for a B season on this show. They're talking about Doma, since DOMA was just declared unconstitutional
That's
in the
true.
state of California. I think that they've been doing a great job infusing everything.
Totally. I'd love to see a wedding.
Yeah. That
What,
would
vow renewal?
Yes.
Die.
Are
die.
they married? Do we know?
I don't know. I mean, they use the term partner. They don't call each other. I don't think they've ever referred to as wife.
I haven't heard
I don't
wife.
think so. I'm not sure. That might be coming
That'd be
up.
great, a
Love it.
A season B finale.
Yeah.
Or
love
intro.
it.
Kick it off.
Hey.
Are we ready
Yeah.
to do some predictions for next
Yeah,
week?
yeah. To start off predictions, I just want to say,
Your AfterBuzz TV
Let them say.
prediction.
Now you say.
so to start off predictions, I just want to say, I just got stuck, sorry. So to start off predictions, I just want to say, we've been doing great, Foster fans.
Yay!
Viewers were at 1.89 million last week, the biggest of the season so
Nice.
far.
Nice. Yay!
Oh my God, are those all of our fans everywhere
Of
clapping?
course. Yes.
Oh my
we
God.
love it. We love it.
I know the premiere was at 1.42, so we're
We're
climbing.
climbing up there.
Oh my word.
I can't believe it. Well, I can't believe it because the show is amazeballs.
It's great.
It is. What do you predict for next week?
All right, I think we are going to finally find out who Mystery Liam is.
Praise him.
Yes, I am so excited. We saw in the preview that there's a man on the stairs at a party, and Callie gets very uncomfortable, and he gets a little physical with her. So I'm wondering if the falling out not only had to do with him lying to his parents, but also maybe an abusive relationship.
Oh.
Because they haven't brought that up yet.
Not at all.
There's one issue, okay.
Right? There's one issue left in the world.
He looks a little older too.
He does.
Then
I
again,
think it actually looks, I mean, this is like, I'm shooting it, whatever, but it looks like a college party.
It definitely like a frat party.
Yeah.
All
like
day.
dim lights, lots of alcohol.
There you go.
It's like a Tuesday night for me. Tomorrow night.
Oh, we find out so much about Jeff on this show, ladies
We
and
love
gentlemen.
it. We love it.
What are your predictions, Jeff?
My predictions. I predict that the Lexi Jesus, the Lexus drama,
The Lexus?
gets anchored up a little bit more, and something with that happens that I can't specify yet. And then it's not a prediction, but I'm so excited to see what happens with Mariana and her birth mother Anna again.
Yeah.
Forgot about
Oh,
The
that.
skis wanting money is back.
Oh, whenever she's on the show, I just cringe.
Yeah,
and I
it's
cry
true.
for years. Like, God, what do you think?
I think I'm going to go on the Callie Liam. I'm going to take it a little bit further and say Brandon's not going to like that interaction, and we're going to see another side of Brandon. I see some fist
Ooh.
flying, some fight going on, protecting your woman kind of thing.
Do you think he would go for like just to like nab Callie in the back and like go back with like Talia, or get with another girl to make her jealous?
I don't think that's his style. I think he will sit around and wait for Callie as long as he has to, because he knows she's going to need rescuing, and he's there to rescue her.
Oh,
That's
as always.
Brandon.
Oh God, I'm so excited.
Love it. I love it. I love it. Well, I'm Tara Johnson, and as you can see, we were really excited to be here with you today.
Yeah.
We love this show. You can catch me on Twitter and Instagram at TJPathToPassion, but I'm not the only one, so
Yeah, I'm Jeffrey Masters. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram as well at JeffMasters1.
And I'm Jillian Leff. You can find me on Twitter at Jillian Leff or my website, jillianleff.com. And be sure to comment on the videos. Maybe Jeff and I will match again next week. I don't know.
Pick a color, any color.
they don't give me the memo. They don't give me the memo. And you can always follow us on Twitter at Foster's after AFTBuzz, because we're definitely hitting that on Twitter, and we'll definitely talk back to you.
Show enough.
As always, until next week, we'll see you next time. Foster's
From
After Show.
Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz
you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.